Eurosceptics, Eurozone, the Euro, Eurotunnel, Eurovision, the European Union, even Euro Disney, Europe continues to be a hot topic in Britain as we head towards the EU referendum. But what does it all mean? How will the process work, and should we stay, or should we go? On June 23, 2016, a referendum will be held to decide whether Britain should remain a member of the European Union. Way back at the end of World War II, it was all about the business, not battle. Bright minds got together and decided that if European countries grouped together to trade with one another, they would be far less likely to fight. Today, the EU can be simply explained as a group of countries acting as one nation. People and products can move around freely. There's a European Parliament, European Commission, European Court of Justice. All member states must adhere to rules and laws across consumer rights, environment, farming and more. And there's a common EU currency, the euro. However, just to make things more interesting, 9 of the member states use their own currency, including the UK. There are 28 member states in the European Union, and, of course, the United Kingdom is one of them. But for how long? A referendum is a way of getting the general public's answer to a single question. In this case, the question will be, should the United Kingdom remain a member of the European Union or leave the European Union? If more people vote Remain, we stay. If more people vote Leave, we go. Simple. So you want to vote? You must be a UK-based British, Irish or Commonwealth citizen and be over the age of 18. UK nationals who live abroad and have been present on the electoral register in the past 15 years can also vote, as can members of the House of Lords and the Commonwealth citizens in Gibraltar. Those who can't vote include citizens from EU countries, non-British citizens, and pretty much everyone else. The voting process will be much the same as a general election. If you're registered to vote, you will be notified by post as to where you should go on the day. If you're away, or you're a British citizen living abroad, you can also register to vote by post. So you keep hearing this word Brexit thrown around. Don't worry about it. It's simple. It's just 2 words, Britain and exit, stuck together. No full member has ever left the European Union. However, the last time Britain had a referendum on the topic of Europe was in 1975, with 67% of the public voting to remain. So, will it be Euro stay or Euro go? If you still believe the polls after the general election, that's the opinion polls, not the people of Poland, it's a close-run thing. There are 2 campaigns fighting for either side, Vote Leave and Britain Stronger in Europe, and we don't want to sway you either way. So, to keep things balanced, here are 3 of the most popular arguments for and against a Brexit. Some feel that Britain is restricted by EU rules and regulations imposed on businesses, and that the billions Britain pays as a member of the EU every year returns little benefit. They also feel that being a member of the EU means those from other countries can move to Britain, take jobs and drain resources. People on the other side of the argument believe that being an EU member brings many trade benefits to Britain and makes the whole process of selling in Europe easier. They feel Britain's seat at the world table would be diminished without the backing of the other EU members, and that migrants from the EU fill the jobs the British don't want, boost economic growth and help pay for public services. So who are the major players on either side? Those who hope we vote to leave the EU include Boris Johnson, Michael Gove, the Justice Secretary, and Nigel Farage, although he's not involved in the Vote Leave campaign. Supporters of remaining in the EU include David Cameron, the Prime Minister, George Osborne, the Chancellor, and Jeremy Corbyn, the leader of the Labour Party. In order to further help you make up your mind when it comes to the referendum, let's have a look at a few of the myths. Leaving the EU will not save you from the Eurovision Song Contest. Britain will still be eligible. Leaving the EU will not mean the end of croissants, baguettes and panini in the UK. Staying in the EU will not mean it's the last we see of Nigel Farage or Boris Johnson. And staying in the EU will not reduce the chance of a wet British summer. Listen to opinion from both sides and make an informed decision on June 23rd. Are you in or out?